Welcome to my channel, and today I'm gonna talk about the new Shure flagship, the KSE1500, the electrostatic in-ear monitor system. And we've got few demo unit in Hong Kong right now. I've tried one of it for around an hour using my Cod Hugo as the music source. And yeah, it's an extraordinary in-ear monitor, and as expected. And but I have to say that it's not suitable for everyone. I will explain this later. Well, I'm not talking about the price, okay? I'm just talking about the sound. And I also tried the internal DAC, in that, the amplifier thing, and which is a little bit disappointing to me. And maybe because I tried it using the Cod Hugo first, so there's a big comparison maybe. Yeah, I will talk about that later after I finish talking about the sound impression with the Cod Hugo. So, I would describe the KSE 1500 as the most open and transparent sounding IEM that I've ever heard. And that kind of openness and transparency, and also the out of head sounding, it's very much like listening to a open back Stax electrostatic headphone. Um, yeah, very much like. So you still can't compare to those big size head cans. Um, but if you are doing a comparison between the KSE 1500 with other top of the line IEM like the GX Audio Later or the Noble K10, or my favorite High Audio 10A, which I think has a very large soundstage. The soundstage of the KSE 1500 is definitely in another level, in my opinion. It has a very wide soundstage, and it also have a very good depth, but it's not as deep as the width. So it's kind of in an oval shaped soundstage, and but the overall sounding is kind of laid back, in my opinion, and you can kind of feel the distance between you and the vocals, and so it definitely doesn't have a close up and rich vocal, in my opinion. The overall sounding, it's a tad thin, I think, a tad thin, but it also helps to make those like the imaging of the music very clear, and also if you are talking about these kind of like the imaging, the positioning, the layering of the sound, the KSE 1500 is doing a better job compared to the other top of the line in-ear monitor, as I mentioned it before. And but it's not necessarily the new detail king, something like that, because at least I didn't hear any new details, like micro details I have never heard before, something like that. No. um, um, but just because the separation between those sound and details is slightly better than other top of the line IEM, so you can hear those details slightly more, I mean, easier. Okay. um, but after talking all about these kind of good stuff of the KSE 1500, I have to say that there's two things that I don't really like about this earphone. First one, it's too neutral. It's like water. I kind of I don't really want to say that, but I think it's kind of lack of musicality, and it just doesn't really make me feel like enjoy listening to the music with it, or like want to dance with the music. No. Might be because I'm connecting it to the Cod Hugo, which I think also sound quite neutral. But well, no, I actually tried to connect it to other audio player like the engine. No, what? It's the Venturecraft Valok. Should I pronounce it like that? The VALOQ player from Venturecraft, which I think sound very engaging, having very good musicality and slightly warm sounding, but it still sound very neutral and plain to me with the KSE 1500 combination. But if you're talking about using it as a reference, referencing earphone in the studio, something like that, I would say that is an engineering success. Definitely, it sounds really flat, and but for enjoying music, I mean, it really depends on your taste. And at least not for me. I always prefer some kind of like coloration, kind of warm sounding, slightly sweet sounding. Um, so yeah. And the other things that I don't really like about it, it's the bass. I'm not a very bass head person, but the KSE 1500, it's kind of lack of power in the bass part. But if you're talking about the bass quality, it's definitely one of the best IEM on the market right now. It has this very fast bass, very clean bass. You can hear all those micro details in the bass. You can feel the texture, like the vibration of the diaphragm of the drum. Even there's a lot of musical instrument, a lot of drum playing at the same time, so you can still distinguish them very clearly from each direction. All the texture are very, very clear, but it just don't have the power I want. Like other IEM like the K10, the Roseanne definitely have a more punchy bass compared to the 1500. Even my 10A, which I think it's not really good at bass, still has a slightly more punch on the bass part compared to the KSE 1500. And but I heard that some audiophile in Hong Kong mentioned that on the forum that if you change the foam ear tip to silicon ear tips, you will get a better bass. I mean, a more punchy bass and more solid. But well, I will try it later maybe. There's only just one people mentioned about this. I know a lot of people have already tried that earphone, but still many of them think like me, like lack of power in the bass part. And yeah, the internal DAC, it's kind of normal. I mean, it's definitely not an impressive DAC compared to a Cod Hugo or like other digital player like the Venturecraft player. I was using my Android phone to connect to the DAC inside the amplifier thing. But I have to mention that the DAC inside that system had slightly more bass and slightly it has slightly more power on the bass part, but on the other aspect like the sound stage, the details, the layering, it's definitely not impressive. If I don't have a Cod Hugo and I let's say I have no player, no DAC, I just go inside the shop listening it with my Android phone, I won't be that impressed, I say. Yeah, what else to say? I think, yeah, I've already covered probably all of it. So thanks for your watching. Hope you like my impression. So please subscribe.